Alrighty, welcome back. I'm your man, Bad Chad, and Queen Jolene's on the camera, and we are on air. It's Sunday fun day, but it might not be so fun if I have not got to paint to finish all the stuff that I want to paint. We're going to paint the garnish moldings today and the dash today. But basically, we're starting the video right where I'm actually doing something that happens all the time. If you're in this business, sometimes you forget things as you're going into paint. I didn't have a screw hole here. I had to drill that hole, and you can see as the holes are in this piece of molding, you can see how they're beveled in there a little bit. Like here. I want the same thing down here, and I'm ready to paint. So what I'm doing is I'm taking the die grinder and I'm making that step in with this. Come on, baby. And then we're gonna walk in there, and then we're gonna paint them pieces. See what happens. Thanks for coming back. I really appreciate it. Just kind of laying that in there and hope nothing happens. If you know what I'm trying to tell you. These things are very touchy. And I just want to... Oh, there's what I didn't want to do. Countersunk is what I'm trying to, the word I'm going for. And this is probably now. No, it's not what I wanted to do before I paint it, but it's what I got to do. Or I want to do, actually. It got filled over. That was what happened, and just not noticed until now, before I go to paint. So now I'm just going to go in there, rub that with a little 220 or 400, see what happens. We'll take it off. Come on in the paint room. That's what we're going to do today. We're going to paint this stuff. Every other time that I painted the garnish moldings, I have taken and laid them on the bench. This time I want to hang them up because I want to be able to paint both sides at one time. And before I was just priming them. Now I want to paint them. I don't want to do them twice. Got a little scratch going on there. See that? Hope I got the product to take it out. Gonna need piece 220. So what happened on these pieces? They were just sanded down with 400. Didn't do the 220 step because it wasn't necessary. But now it's necessary. That's 220. Taking away our scratch. Now we're going to hit with 400 so we can paint it. That's the stuff right there that happens all the time before stuff gets painted. Stuff has to get fixed, stuff has to be whatever. I got my Windex right here, just want to clean it off. Got a nice countersunk hole there now, and I'm happy with that. What I'm planning on doing, I've got one garnish molding hanging here, 2 on either side. Hopefully it'll stop it from dangling back and forth. I'm going to use the small gun. I'm not going to use the bigger gun. I'm going to use the small gun, smaller pieces. And I don't want everything flying around. I've done that so many times that I'm going to try not to do it this time. Now, what I've done is I've made a couple zip ties, and I've zip tied them, cut the ends off, and what I'm doing is I'm shoving them through the holes of the moldings. And then what I'm thinking is I'm going to be able to, these ones are a little bit big. What I'm going to be able to do is, if there's any paint missing on where it's countersunk, I'll just take a little brush, little Q-tip, earplug, anything to put some paint back on. Take this off. I'm going to hang it this way. Now I have another I see I have another hole I gotta fix. So I'm gonna leave that for a second. Put that down. I'm gonna shove one through. I'm not gonna hang it this way. I'm gonna hang it this way. Just gonna put that in there. I'll pull that out. It's no good to me. What I see is what have I got going on over here? I gotta drill that, I think, and make that a bigger hole. Probably should have been done before I painted it, but that's what I'm doing. Right, baby? Right? Should have been fixed before I painted it, but that's what I'm doing. But it's just a little close for painting, that's all. We're gonna shove a bigger hole through this bin right here. This is where it's tricky. And I mean tricky because everything's ready to paint. There we go. Feels nice. Yeah, we'll shove these through here. Maybe these will work. Nope. Oh, that one will. So basically I might have a little bit of paint to fix around the screw hole, but in all honesty, I need to hang them up somehow. Didn't do all this work before, obviously, when I primed them. Didn't need to, I guess. We haven't got very much paint. That's the issue I'm having. Was not thinking about that. Not thinking about that. I think about a lot of things, and that wasn't one of them. Alrighty. Now let's hang. I'm going to hang these bad boys off of that molding, or off of that trim molding. So obviously got some weight on it. That's what I'm thinking. Oh, I didn't want to do that, but I did. I wanted to turn it the other way, if you know what I'm trying to say. I might cut it off, I'm not sure. I'm not sure even why I want it the other way, but coat hangers. You could do it all with coat hangers. I guess it doesn't much matter. Well, it's only a zip tie, so if I want to change it. Right? That's how I look at it, it's only a zip tie. Oh, should be careful, shouldn't I? It might take off. Oh, don't want to drop them now. Too valuable right now. I want to paint them. This is the last stuff that I have to paint on the car, I'm thinking. Just I would hate to get paint on the front side, make them look nice, and put the moldings on and be able to see some gray primer somewhere. It'd be terrible. And then try to go back and touch them up maybe with black paint after. Seems like so much work. It really does. I'm going to get rid of this. Get rid of all this stuff. Just throw that stuff up in the air. We'll throw this stuff in the corner. Dash I think looks amazing. The dash only had one going over. And what I mean by one going over is I only primed that sucker once, and you watched me prime it, and that's what we got. There was some pinholes in it, and I went in there with the paintbrush after and daubed them all, got them all. I'm thinking it's gonna look fantastic. That's what I'm thinking. Not sure, but that's what I'm thinking. I want to move this over here. I might paint this on there, I'm not sure, but see what happens. That should be up off. Just gonna throw this stuff over here in case I need it. This is not as big a deal as painting the car, I guess, but we still want a nice job on it. With the painting, there's always so many things that can go badly. There is. This one here is kind of ripped open, got some dust on it. I'll probably end up taking that one out. We'll paper this one, I guess. Just want to lay some paper over the dust. That's basically it. And there's a lot of work to get the stuff ready, as you can see. Just hanging this stuff. I think we'll go this way, I guess. Dash looks nice, I'm thinking. Now we're gonna take this out, and we'll just fold this up, put it over here in the corner. Not gonna hurt anything. Now, let me think it over here. I'm gonna take the drill and stuff out that does not need to be in here. I need to find how to do paint the dash in the ashtray or the lipstick holder. I'm going to probably we'll get maybe a bucket or something, we'll put that on there. No, I got a little table here I'll bring in. Just a little table like this, wipe it off. Happens every time you paint. Got to figure out how it goes up, how you're going to be able to paint it all. Hang it up, tie it up, wash it off. Seeing where I want to put it. I don't even know if we're going to put the fans in the windows or not. Like, it really doesn't. Hoping that we're not going to cause that much. Hoping we're not going to cause that much friction in here, but we'll see what happens. So we're using dollar store tape, and it's been pretty nice, isn't it not? It's been a lot cheaper than the big time stuff. Big time stuff can get quite expensive. Alrighty. I'm going to take a rag, or not a rag, the Bounty here we have. I find it cleans nice, washes nice. I'm going to, where did I throw my Windex at? Over in the corner. Glasses are good for close up and terrible for far away. Absolutely terrible. Close up, good. Far away, bad. So we're just going to wipe this down. I'm just going to wipe that off. Not that it hasn't been wiped off already. Kind of got a kind of toes at it, if you know what I'm trying to say. When I'm washing this, it's almost like it's got the brakes on. Like it really grabs on. Trying to pull the dirt off or anything that's in the primer, basically. You can spend a long time getting something ready for paint. You most certainly can. Wowee, you can really. And I've done it every way. I've done it with a paint suit. I've done it with a high dollar gun. I've done it with a tarp on the floor. I've done it many different ways. And it always takes a long time to get something painted because there's a lot of work to it. You know, some people love this part. I'm not big on it. I'd rather the construction of it. But I do it all because I'm just like anybody else. I can mess it up. So I might as well take credit for what I'm doing. We're going to have on the inside of the car, these moldings I'm thinking are going to look quite dashing. I think they are. And when we get them done, we're going to do something else to make them a little bit flashier, and we'll show you. I got a little trick up my sleeve to show you. I hope you'll enjoy. Oh yeah, I had a question to ask. Just to all the haters. How much time of the day do you spend thinking about me? Ask yourself, how much time of the day do you spend yourself thinking of me? And after that, I thank you. Now, that probably wasn't a good question to ask, was it? I'm just doing the best I can with what I have, as fast as I can, to show and prove to somebody that wants it, it can be done. That's basically it. It can be done. And with the process that I'm showing you, I can build that show car that you want to see. I can build that show car. I would use the exact same process I'm doing now to build $1 million car. And all I'm going to tell you is, it would just take me a little more time to make everything perfect, to make all the lines match up. And I can show you what I mean, but the process that I'm using, this is the process I use to play with the big boys if I ever want to. And I guarantee you that I can do it, because I have. And you can too, you know? Just because they tell you you need wash wipe to wash your parts down, they can tell you that, but they're not going to tell me that, because I can do whatever I like. And I know that the process that I use, I can get that finish. So there you go. Same process. Just slow it down and spend a little more time making things perfect. That's all it would be. Now, I'm thinking that looks pretty good. Not as good as you, Jolene. Yeah, now what I've got here is I'm just gonna tack rag everything real quick. And the reason I'm gonna tack rag everything real quick is there's one right there from the paint job. I may as well use it. Tape her up so she didn't lose her stickiness. Different methods for everybody, you know, different methods for everybody. This is not for everybody. If all I'm doing is just trying to show you the most practical way I've ever been able to do it, and make something out of, you know, an old car. This is the most practical way. Don't jump into a bunch of primers and epoxies and sealers and all that stuff. Just go back to the old way where it used to work for them, and continue on. Like, put your primer on, sand it off, make it nice and smooth, and paint it. Be happy with it. You know, if you want to polish it in the end, go for it. You want to spend that time. I'm not there anymore. Not there. My time is more valuable than that to me, and I want to build a whole bunch of cars, not a couple. Just wiping them off, just see if there's any dust on them. Really can't tell when you're wiping with a tack rag, but that's what I'm doing. I see a place I want to sand, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to paint it. I'm going to paint it. Hopefully everything turns out the best it can for what we're doing. That's what I'm looking for, just the best it can for what I'm doing. Mop the floor down. be nice to have these done in one coat. I'm so happy that I took the time to hang them up. That's all it takes is time. Yeah, if you want a show car, just take the method and perfect it, you know. Just want to check that. I'd say let's put some paint on it. You know, I can fuss over it all day. Yes, I can. And also, when I've painted things before, like, you know, with the suit and all that sort of stuff, and just trying to make it as professional as I could, or professional, what you think is professional, I guess. It didn't make any difference for me, so I just kind of backed off and did it my way. And I'm just as happy as I ever was. More happy, actually, because I did it my way. Frank Sinatra, wasn't it? We're going to use a small gun because we got small pieces and I don't know if I have enough paint. Give you the tools and everything they do. It's Christmas. Every day I paint here is Christmas. Got a filter in it. Got two filters of that one. Got one in it and got one in the bag. Throw that on the floor. Throw that on the floor. Put that down there. That doesn't matter. I want to run a little thinner through the gun. I run a little thinner through the gun just because of any grease or anything that they may have packed the gun with, or if you know what I'm saying, like I have noticed that before. I have noticed that before with the Tim Hortons cups. You got to watch them things too. You might want to wipe them out with thinner first because they do have a wax film. Oh, it looks good. Anything with silicone, grease, or anything with like that sort of stuff you want to keep away from your painting best you can. You don't want anything on your hands, eating potato chips and wiping that stuff. You will have a problem. I'm going to go get some. I'm going to put this, take this piece, and put it on this gun. Let's see what happens here. I noticed I have a problem going on here. Did not have the filter on top of, blew down in there. I want that back. Can't have that down there. I want that on top where the air is. Thinking that wants to go there. Fell out. Down top there, so did that. Little filter goes in there. It fell down inside there and didn't have it in there right. Did its job on the last car though, didn't it? Just don't want the balls going up inside the gun again, where the air is. Put that on there. I have some thinner in this gun right here. Just not sure if it's clean or not. You can take so many hours to make, to start a paint job. I'm just gonna go get some. Like, I mean, let's face it, it's gonna take me about, what, 10, 15 minutes to paint what's going on here? But has taken, what, 2 months to evolve into this, so it takes a long time to get it ready, but it only takes a short amount of time to paint it. I'm gonna go pour a little bit of gun in a Tim Hortons cup. I'll be right back, sweetie pie. Got my loafers on today. Run a little thinner through it. All these cups that I have, Jolene's mother has saved them and washed them for me God bless her heart. God bless her heart. Just gonna spray it through first time, that's all. Probably should shut this door, move this back. I did mop the floor. You can see it's dissipated quite heavily. I might, I'm not sure, throw a little more water down, not sure. Full pressure. I want to thank all the good people too that give good comments and stuff like that. I really appreciate it, you know. Come back every night and watch and do the deal. You know, you don't have to. We appreciate it, we really do. We appreciate it. Just want to wipe that, see what's going on with that. Everything's don't look bad with that. Looks good. Just a little cheap little gun that we got, or not cheap, shouldn't say that. It's a good little gun. What's it called? Good little gun. We're gonna put that in there. I am going to mix up, so I'm gonna put that down there. I got some paint here, gotta stir it, see how much I got. Do not know if we have enough or not. That's the deal. But we bought a full gallon and a quart. So basically a quart would have done, or a gallon would have done the whole car. With the quart, I actually mixed too much up one time, so I messed up a little bit. But I'm thinking that's pretty good to paint that car out there, 3 coats, all the edges, all inside the doors, all that sort of stuff. I think that's good. And the quart that we have left over to paint the dash and the interior moldings and that sort of stuff, I think is really good. Let's see what we got here for paint. 421 is what the mixture is. And we've got I just put it in there. That's how much I got. So it's just on the 1. So we'll have to go, 1 on the hardener. So we're a little over the 1 on that one. I may go a little over the, how do I want to do that? I don't know as if I want to mix all the paint either. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to pour it into a cup. Pour a little thinner at first. We'll give her a little wipe just to make sure. I'm going to mix it in the Tim Horton cup and do it that way. Do it. We're going to put that in the cup. Hold her stick up. So we're going to go, in this cup we're going to mix 3. So you can see where 3 is on this. But actually I'm going to stir the paint. Excuse me. Better stir the paint first. That can be a big mistake. I don't think there's anything on the bottom of it, but that can be a big mistake, not stirring your material. That can be a boo-boo. We'll get some new stuff. Alrighty. You can see here when I put it in here, I got 4. This is the mixture I want. So I'm going to go with the 3. I'm going to mix up to 3. So 3 is the highest I want to go. That's the reducer, so that's what 3 is. So that's the hardener, and that 3 down there is where the paint is. So we've got lots of paint according to that, if that works. So we'll go to 3 on the paint. You can show that if you want. 3 on the paint. I'm using Nason's single stage. The next application on that bad boy is a 1 or is the 3 on the hardener. So we got 1 here, so it's 4, 1, 2. Hardener, I need to go to the 3. There you go. And you're right, with the Tim Hortons cup, it will have be reduced more than if you were doing something straight up. Yes, it would. But I do not mind having, like I've said many times, I do not mind having the paint thin because it actually seems to lay down a little bit nicer. And the high pressure throws it on so it does lay down. So now we're going to 3 on the reducer. And that's how much paint I got. That's how much paint I got. I'm not going to use all, or I'm going to use all that, no doubt in my mind, but that's where we're at. So we'll stir that up. We're going to use the little gun, and the reason being is I want to use less paint as possible to get the stuff done. Also, I'm feeling like this is a small job. Is it not like that big gun in here? Wow. I can make a mess with a small gun just as well as I can a big gun. I think you watched that before. Have they not? Sure they have. This is where it gets a little bit messy. If I fill it fuller than what the filter says, or up there, then it starts running down on the side of the gun. Then it just makes a mess. So I'm going to try to not make too much of a mess. Did you like that, did you? Like them sound effects? Just a little bit more. Shove that in there. See how this goes. The gun right there. I'm blowing off the mask. I'm going to walk over here for a second. Alrighty, here we go. Oh, nice. Nice. Do I do the backs first or do I do the front first? I guess it doesn't much matter, does it? Oh, see that? See how that acts? That's when it gets hard to paint. I'm going to want to do the backside once, And then I'm going to cruise on, just paint the front side. I'm not going to pour a bunch of paint in there. You're not going to see that in there. I want that edge right there. As you see what I painted, that's what I want. That's what I'm spraying. Should have a glove. I'm gonna go get one. Maybe not. Let's try this. Knock the pressure down some. Oh, that's better. Much better. Much better. Righty, righty. Hard to paint. Hard to paint. made a little adjustment, turned down the pressure by squeezing the hose. Worked perfect. Worked perfect, didn't it, baby? Huh? Gonna let the breathe for a second. I'm gonna take these glasses off because I'm gonna ruin them. I'm gonna take them off. I'll be right back. I don't think I'm gonna paint the pieces in high pressure either. I think I'm gonna adjust the pressure with the hose, whatever feels good. And the reason being is I'm blowing it all over the place. Don't feel like I can touch that anymore. We'll touch the tape, see how that goes. Not bad. What I mean by that is I feel like there's a whole bunch of material laying on top of that. Let's get some more brown paint in this bad boy. It's going good. It's going good. And that can all change in seconds. We all know that, that's for sure. Or we should. Do is we'll lay a coat on everything, I guess. We'll find a pressure that I like as I'm painting it, and then I'll just go for it. All different kinds of ways to paint this stuff. Everybody has their own objective in their own way, and I say that you should do it the way you want to do it. But I'm just showing you the way I'm doing it. All right, let's move this bad boy. See what happens. Oh, don't want to do that. Gonna have to turn the pressure down. It's just too hard to paint that way. Trying to find what I like, what I'm trying to do. That's what drives me crazy. Right there. That's what makes me. I gotta. I wouldn't want the job of painting garnish moldings all the time, I can tell you that. Nope, not at all. They look amazing, it's just not fun to paint. We need paint. I'm going to be in a mess, that's for sure. I'm going to be in a mess. Do it again. Gonna be in a mess. No matter if I have a rubber glove on or not. Wow. Just getting the first coat. See the dirt come out of that? enough to put in the This isn't fun painting this. Not to me it isn't, but it is what it is. Yeah. Got a little heavy there, you see that? Need more paint. Hard going. And the reason being is I'm not turning the pressure down. I should turn the pressure down. Didn't take off on me, it almost did. Woo, that was close. Now that was close. Oh, ain't got much paint left. Ain't got much paint left, man. Wonder why that can't. A little bit left. Can we get 4? Myself lots of paint this time. Try not to spill any. Ha 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 ha. Right. Alrighty, much more paint on this bad boy. I want to try it over here first. Just trying to make it wet, and I'll back off. pouring the paint to her, man. What I'm going to do is I'm going to call that the first coat. Didn't enjoy that much, to be honest with you. Didn't enjoy that much. But we got her on there. We've got one coat on there. What we're going to do is we're going to let it dry. I'm going to clean myself and go back in and do it again. Basically what I'm going to do on the moldings is I'm going to cut the pressure back and just the best I can. I just find it a harder way to paint something with, I find it a harder way to paint something like that, and I'm just going to have to adjust myself to do that. And the same on the dash and same on the glove box. I have to slow down a little bit, cut the pressure back, do it that way. We got hopefully 2 more coats, hopefully. If we do not, then it'll be what it's going to be. But I'm going to make sure I get that dash looking good. The moldings around the windows and all that sort of stuff. If it happened there, that would be probably okay. Not, but thanks for coming back. I really appreciate it. I'm going to get cleaned up. When it's dry, I'll go back and do the exact same thing again, low pressure. Thanks for coming back. I really appreciate it.